What are your thoughts on the recent economy change in CS:GO?
I think it adds a lot of decision making to the game, so people can decide to full buy, or they can decide to eco and play for strong economy in the first buy round. So I think it's a good thing Valve did.
I think it's a good mix-up, but at the same time, I think there's some things wrong with it. I think the CTs can get screwed really hard if the Ts get the bomb down on the first round, and they have a good second round. But I don't know, it's interesting to have like a different change to the game. So I think it's good. Yeah.
I think it makes things a little more interesting. It makes people think a lot more if people are buying that round or if they're saving that round, and it kind of makes the first go round a lot harder. It's more fast-paced in a sense, and it's more about like kind of aim duels and executions, and I think it's a lot better. It makes it more competitive.
I think as its positives and negatives, I actually prefer it though. I think it gives the CTs a better buy. Like, I think what our team's been doing is we like forcing second round on CT side more often, because a lot of the times if you save second round CT side and buy on third round instead, you don't have a lot of utility, and generally you're not going to win the round anyways unless you do some sort of aggressive play. But I guess it is map dependent. But I sort of like the buy you get if you force second. Even if you lose second round, you just can take a risk. And then if you take a risk and you win, it's good. If you take a risk and lose, you probably save, and then you still have like CZ armor for third round, and then you can get a good buy in the fourth round. So I like it.
I think they made it harder for CTs, especially because if you get broke as T, it's not that hard to get your economy back as it is with CT. So I think if you get a good start as T now, you can pretty much steamroll the game.
Do you think it's better than the old system they had? Do you think it's a step in the right direction, or do you think maybe it's a bit too far?
I'm not really sure what I think yet. I think the old system was pretty good, and I liked it. I like playing with pistols a lot as well, like Deagles and Seeds and stuff. So, but for now, I think it's good.
The recent economy changes, for me personally, I think they're good. They're switching up a little bit compared to, I mean, the economy has just been the same for years and years and years. So I think it brings a little bit of more of a surprise, or not really a surprise, but just something new to the game, which I like. So you can buy that third round, like M4s and some nades, or you could just buy into the second round with more utility. So I think it's a great addition to CSGO for sure.
I think it's great to have a change like this one because it changes a bit the meta. Like it's different every time you win a pistol or lose the first. Like the buys are a lot different, and you have different possibilities. I think there's still much to. Yeah, I think we can go further even more because like it's still really early. But yeah, I think it's a great change, and it's gonna change a bit the game, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really big change, and it's kind of changed the meta where now you're starting to buy on the third round more often, and it's one of those things where teams have to analyze how they want to play those rounds. Do they want to go for the full buy? Do they want to do a low buy and then buy the next round? So I think it's been cool to make that kind of a change because it adds a different element to the game, you know, a different pace, and so far I've been happy with it.
I really like the change. I think CSGO needs to change the meta from time to time because it gets for the viewers and for the players, it's a new thing, and I mean you're gonna learn how to play another game. You know, you're not gonna stay in the same like over and over again the same thing. So I like it. I would like to see like new maps coming up too. So yeah, I like it pretty much every change.
Not many thoughts. It's interesting to see like the new media coming, but it hasn't really changed that much. People are still forcing on the second round, some of them, and I mean you get more nades and stuff like that, but it hasn't changed that much in my opinion.
I mean, I think it was good because I think it helps a little bit for one side to be not that much dominating, but so it was a good change for me.
I think it's kind of weird, to be honest. Like, it just like means that terrorists can almost always buy on third round with like a full set, whereas the CTs always have to wait for their fourth round if they want to have utility to hold and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of unfair. I would say it shifts the game more towards the T-sided game.
Do you think it's better than the old system, or do you think like it's a step in the right direction for like a better economy system? Do you think they should revert it back?
I think it's the step in the right direction, but I think they've gone about it the wrong way. I think they could have changed it somehow so that it's still the fourth round that you buy, but you have more money somehow. Yeah.
I really like it. I think it gives teams the options to full save or like half buy, if they lose pistol and then save and get like a really good gun round, or just like save and then buy on the third round and have like a couple nades and they can still do something aggressive. You know, it could suit either team.
I think it's really good. Teams have more buy rounds to win out the game. So yeah, it's definitely a change when you're playing against smaller teams, especially for us in all the qualifiers. So yeah, I like it.